जलधौ निमग्नानां दंष्ट्रामुरलिपुवराहस्य भवति भवानि त्वं दासे मयि वितरदृष्टिं सकरुणाम् इति स्तोतुं वाञ्छन् कथयति भवानि त्वम् इति अहं तदैव त्वं तस्मै दिशसि निजसायुज्य पदवीं मुकुन्द ब्रह्मेन्द्रस्फुटमुकुटनीराजितवताम्. My pranams at the lotus feet of my Guru, Sri Mata Amritanandamayi Devi. My pranams to one and all who are present for this class. Today, because of maybe some program happening in Kaladi, some of you are not there. But the initial portions of Sankaramrithanandapuriji are more difficult to explain, are more important also for a seeker, for a sadhak, to know the content. So I'm continuing from where we left in the last class. A lot of important things are dealt in the first portion, in the Lahari portion. The first 41 slokas are slightly different from the other 59 slokas. It is somewhat easy to relate the 59 slokas, the Ananda Lahari or the Lahari. The first portion is called as Ananda Lahari, because this is more mantratmika, more connected with the Upasana. The second portion is explaining the beauty of Devi. So hence, even if you miss some classes, it's still relatable. It is easy to relate to the other slokas. Each slokas can be understood separately also. That is also possible in the second portion. Whereas many slokas are interrelated in the first portion. So the greatness of Devi was described in the beginning. The Pada Mahatmya, the Pada Dhuli Mahatmya was described in few slokas. Some prayogas, Vishahara Prayoga, Jarahara Prayoga, Nayana Diksha, Vasya Prayoga, Garuda Prayoga, etc. were dealt in some slokas. It's also an aspect of Sandal Lahari. Then the Sri Chakra was described. The Anima, the Devatas were described. Vashinya, the Vagdevis were described. The 8 Vagdevis. And the 11 Upadevatas were described. Now, how to reach that highest goal? It's very difficult if you just explain Soundar Lahari in a Vedantic perspective alone. Ordinary people are not inclined to, are not fit enough to think Vedanta all over the day. But the Advaita Anubhava, the Shankaracharya is a great Advaitic Rishi. But to uplift people to that level, if we directly talk about Brahma Vidya, Normally, people do not grasp it properly, nor they are able to practice it. This is not an intellectual exercise. The Advaita Anubhava is not an intellectual exercise, but it is an experience. So, the Devata Upasana is being emphasized. And for that, the mantra is very, very important. Some benefits were told, some greatness of the Devi was described, some names were described, some stories were told. Like that, a relationship with the Divine Mother is developed by Shankaracharya. Now he is coming to another aspect, the Sukshma Rupa of Devi, Mantrakshara. They are being described. The same thing is told in Lalita Sahasranam also. Mula Mantratmika, Mula Kotatraya Kalayabra, Kulamrata Rasika, like that it goes on. The Kundalini Rupa is described there also. The Mula the Kotatrayas, Bhagbhava Kota, Madhya Kota, and Shakti Kota are described. They were described in Sandal Lahari. Then the 32nd sloka, Shiva Shakti Kama, Kshitiratha Ravi, Shitakarana, Smaro Hamsa Shakra, Tadanuja Paramara Haraya, Ami Hirlekhabhir Tisribhir Avasaneshu Gatitaha, Bhajante Varnaste Tavajanani Amavayavatam. That is being describing the three kotas of the Sri Shodashakshari mantra. It is not directly told because it should not be told like that. Only for the fittest of the persons, it is being told by the Guru directly. He says it in a different way. Shiva, Shakti, Kama, Prithvi Bijas are one part of it. Ravi, Chandra, Smara, Hamsa, and Chakra Bijas are the next part of it. Para, Mara, Hari Bijas are the last part of it. With this, the Hrimkara mantra is added. That is your mantra. That's what he says. Shiva, Shakti, Kama, Kshiti, Atha Ravihi, Sitakarana, Smara, Hamsa, Chakra, Tadanuja Paramara Haraya, Ami Varnaha, Tisrabhihi, Hirlekhabhihi, by three Hrinkaras, Avasaneshu Gatitaha, Tava Namavayavatam Bhajante. Kaye Lahrim, Hasakala Hrim, Sakala Hrim, like that. Three Hrimkaras and the other letters are indicated like this. So this Panchadashakshari mantra is one of the most important mantras of Devi, and he describes that in Sandar Lahari in an indirect way. The same is indirectly told in Lalita Sahasranam also. Srimad Bhagbhava Kotaika Swarupa Mukhapangaja Kanthada Kadipajanta Madhyakota Swarupini Shakti Kotaika Tapannavatta Dho Bhagadharini, like that. Three kotas are described in Lalita Sahasranam. So I'm going to the next sloka, 33rd sloka. That is considered as a Kadi Vidya. It starts from Ka E Lakhrim. Now, the next sloka is considered as the Hadi Vidya. There are 12 rishis, Manu, Chandra, Kubera, etc. They found their own mantras. They are the drashtas of their own mantras. And they propagated it in the universe. And Kadi Vidya is one of them. And now Hadi Vidya is being. Hadi means the mantra that starts, the Vidya that starts from Ha, the letter syllable Ha. So we can play the next sloka, 33rd sloka.
Lakshmi Tritaya Vidamada Pavamano Shalaya. Shivagno Juhvantah. Surabhi Pradhara Bodhisati.
Smaram yonim lakshmim tritayamidam adav tavamano nidhayaike nitye niravadhi mahabhogarasikaha bhajanti tvam chintamani guna nibaddhakshavalayaha shivagno juhvanta surabhigata dharahudishataihi. O Nitye, O ever-present Mother, who has no death and birth, those who realize this essence, your essence, that you are deathless and birthless, those who worship and those who enjoy the pleasure that you give to them, they worship you like this. Tava manoho adau smaram yonim lakshmim idam tritayam. There are three mantras mentioned here. First, the Kamaraja Bija, clean. Then Yoni Bija, Bhuvaneshwari Bija. Then Lakshmi Bija, Sri Bija, Idam Tridayam. All these three are being chanted by them. Niravadhi Mahabhoga Rasikaha, they enjoy the greatest of the pleasure that you give it to them. They chant with the Rudraksha, which is made up of Chintamani stones. Chintamani stone is wish-fulfilling stone. One stone is enough to fulfill all your desires. But these people are chanting, rotating in their hands a garland which is made up of Chintamani stones, a mala which is made up of Chintamani stones. Shivagno Juhvantaha, they do homa, not in a lesser fire, but in the Shivagni itself. They do homa with a ghee, with nothing less than the ghee made from Kamadhenu's milk. Surabhigata dhara ahudishatehi. Not with one ahuti, but hundreds of ahutis. Plenty of ghee they use. The ghee is not a lesser one. It is coming from Kamadhenu herself. And they worship you. Bhajanti tvam. So the great people who worship you, the great upasakas who worship you, are worshipping or rotating the mala which is made up of Chintamani stones, are giving ahutis in hundreds with the greatest possible ghee that is coming from Kamadhenu itself. Not in a lesser Agni, but in Shivagni. And they worship you, the highest person. And they worship you with Kamaraja Bija, Bhuvaneshwari Bija, and Sri Bija. They think that you and Shiva are one. Samayachara Tatparas. They are having eternal happiness. So which cannot be compared. That pleasure cannot be compared with anything else. They have the Akshamala made up of Chintamani stones. They worship you with the ghee made from Kamadhenu. They worship you in a Agni, which is Shivagni. Eke, it is told, Tyagain Eke Amritattamana, so it is told in Upanishad Mantra. Similarly, here also, AK, very few. 1 out of 1 crore people, one like people like Amma, they do not do any worship outside. Every worship is done in their hearts. From her childhood onwards, not later. She threw stones, she didn't use flowers. Whatever available, she will use. That's all. She will draw a trikona on the sand, on the bank of the sea, seashore. There is no Bhakya Homa. There is no need for any other upasana. There is no need for expensive materials. Dravya Shekarana is not at all there. Generally, the Samayachara or the internal Homa is done in the Swadhisthana Chakra, in that Trikona, in the Bindusthana. There they imagine the Agni and then do the Homa. Smaram Yonim Lakshmim is Manmata Bija, Yoni Bija, and Sri Bija is told. This is called as Hadi Vidya. So this was found by Agastya Maharshi, it is told. Lopamudra Vidya also it is called. It is also a Paddhati, as a system. As I told, there are 12 Upasakas: Manu, Chandra, Kubera, Lopamudra, Manmatha, Agastya, Agni, Surya, Indra, Skanda, Shiva, Durvasa, etc. So these people found their own systems, and among them, Hadi Vidya is one, in which Klimkara, Hrimkara, and Streamkara is being chanted. The mantra is not directly mentioned in this, to keep it as a secret, to keep it only available for the fittest people. Others can chant Om Mahadevi Namaha, Om Parashakti Namaha, Om Shivashakti Aikya Rupinye Namaha, etc. It's a very, very common. It can be chanted by everyone. But Sri Vidya should be practiced only after proper Diksha. So I am not going into the details of those mantras, but in the heart of the Sandal Lahari, this Hadi Vidya and Kadi Vidya are being told in the 32nd and 33rd slokas. And now he is going to describe the different chakras. Before that, he is briefly talking about the important mantras that are involved in the Sri Vidya Upasana. So we can chant the next sloka, 34th sloka, Shariram Tam Shambho.
शशिवीरवक्षोरुहयुगम् वात्मानं मन्ये भगवति वात्मानं ययमुभयसाधारणतया स्थितः सम्बन्धो वा
I hope my audio is clear. Someone is telling that the audio is not very clear. Then I will read the sloka again. Shariram tvam shambhoho shashimihira vakshoruhayugam tavatmanam manye bhagavati navatmanam anagam atas sesha seshitayam ubhayasadharanataya sthitas sambandho va samarasa varananda parayoho. Hey Bhagavati, O Mother, Shambhoho for Parameshwara, Tvam, you are his consort. You are his wife. And Shashi Mihira Vakshoruhoigam. Shashi and Mihira. Moon and sun. Mihira is sun. For you, moon and sun are your breasts. Shariram Tavatmanam, your body. Anagham, which is sinless, which is blemishless. Navatmanam, it is 9, it's having 9 parts. I will describe them. Now you please understand the general meaning of this sloka. Atas Sesha Sheshi. Sesha means which is left. Seshi means the Adhara, the substratum of the Sesha, of this whole universe. Sesha means the universe. Seshi means the substratum of the universe. This bhava, this mood, this idea, this concept, samarasa parananda parayoho. It is common to you both. Samarasa, it is having equality. Ubhaya sadharanataya sthitah. It is common for you too. Sometimes you are the Sesha, sometimes Parameshwara is the Seshi, sometimes he is the Sesha and you are the Seshi. So it's common for you both. O Devi, you are having the Chandra and Surya as your breasts. You are having 9 aspects in the Prakriti. You and Parameshwara are one. You are having common qualities, both of you. So there is no one more important among you. We cannot say the Parameshwara is more important. We cannot say that Devi is more important. Both are equal. So that is the general meaning of this sloka. Sesha Seshi is a term, is a technical term which is being used in Saundar Lahari. Sesham means which is remaining, that is the universe. Seshi means the adhara of the universe. Sesha has one another meaning. Sesha means one who is dependent. Seshi means which is the substratum for the dependent one. We cannot differentiate between you two, Parameshwara and Parameshwari, because you are sama, you are equal. Now, the Samayachara is being described here. Sama means Parvati and Parameshwara are one in Adhisthana, Avasthana, Nama, Rupa and Kriya. That is what was told in the previous slokas. So Shiva and Shakti are one. Chakra are common to both. That is called as Adhisthana Samya. Srishti, etc. are same for both. That is called as Anusthana Samya. Nritya, etc. are same for both. That is called as Avasthana Samya. Name is same, Shiva and Shiva, etc. Nama Samya. Red color, Krinayana, etc. are same. That is called as Rupa Samya. So Adhisthana, Avasthana, Nama, Rupa, and Kriya Samya are there for Shiva and Shakti, and hence they are called as this particular worship, considering both worshipping both of them equally, is called as Samayachara. There is nobody more important. There is no Sesha, there is no Seshi. Both of them are important. Both of them are equally important in all aspects. Both are having the Parabrahma Swarupa. So the Sesha Seshi Bhava is common for both. Samana. She is called as Bhagavati because she knows the Janma, Utpattim cha Vinasham cha Bhutanam, Agatim Gatim, Veti Vidyam Avidyam cha Savacho Bhagavaniti. One who knows birth, death, Adi, Anta, Vidya, Avidya, etc. is Bhagavan. It is told as Navatmanam. There are 9 aspects in this universe: Kala Vyuha, Kula Vyuha, Nama Vyuha, Jnana Vyuha, Chitta Vyuha, Nada Vyuha, Bindu Vyuha, Kala Vyuha, Jiva Vyuha. So Kalam, Kulam, Namam, Jnanam, Chittam, Nadam, Bindu, Kalam, Jiva. So they are called as Tattvas. They are same for both. That is in more detailly told in the Vyakhyanan. They are more technical. Anyway, I will simply tell their names. Kalabhyuha means Surya Chandras, time. Namabhyuha is name. Jnanabhyuha and Vijnanabhyuha are one. Raga, etc. are Chitta Vyuhas. Shatchakras are Bindu Vyuhas. Jiva Vyuha is the society of Jivas. So in among all these, the whole universe is made up of Shiva and Shakti. That is what it means. So that is what is meant by Navatmas. When Shiva Shakti both unite, the whole universe is created. The creation happens. Sometimes Devi is important, sometimes Shiva is important. So there is a samarasa, equal rasa for both. So samarasa parananda padayoho, it is told. Both are equal. The Paramananda is common for both. The Kriya, etc. is same for both. So this sloka indicates to a devotee that there should be no Bheda Bhava. There should be no difference of opinion. We should not consider Shiva and Shakti as different. We should consider the whole universe as the form of Devi. Equal importance should be given to both. These are all the important things that is told in this particular sloka. Shariram tvam shambhoho sashimihira vakshoruho yugam tavatmanam manye bhagavati navatmanam anagham atas seshasheshitayam ubhaya sadharanadaya siddhas sambandho va samarasa parananda parayoho. This sloka. This is a sloka with high philosophy. and kept in the middle of the Sandar Lahari. The Siddhantauti, the philosophy, is emphasized by Shankaracharya. I am not going into the details. We understand the brief meaning of it and chanted with devotion that the whole universe is Devi. Whole universe is Shivashaktyatmaka. She is called a Samarasya Varayana. Samarasa is there. The whole universe is the conjugation of Shiva and Shakti is the meaning of this particular sloka. This is told as the last name in Lalita Sahasranama. Here it is in the middle part of the Saundar Lahari. We can play the next sloka, 35th sloka.
Manastvam yohomatvam marudasi marutsaratimasi mapastvam tvayi parinataya tvameva svatma parinamayitum vishvavapusha chidanandakaram shivayoti bhavena vipushe
Manastvam, Vyomastvam, Marudasi, Marutsarathirasi, Tvam Bhumi, Tvai Parinatayam Nahiparam, Tameva Swatmanam Parinamayitum Vishwavapusha, Chidanandakaram Shiva Yuvati Bhavena Bibhrishe. This is sloka. O Bhagavati, O Mother, Tvam, you are Manah. You are the Manas Tattva in the Ajna Chakra. Tvam Vyomaha. You are in the Akasha Tattva in Vishuddha Chakra. Marudasi. You are the Vayu Tattva in Anahata Chakra. Marut Sarathi. You are the Agni in the Swadhisthana Chakra. Tvam Apah. You are the Jala Tattva in Manipuraka Chakra. Tvam Bhumihi. You are the Bhumi Tattva, Prithvi Tattva in the Mooladhara Chakra. Tvai Parinatayam. Nothing else exists other than you. Param Nahi. There is nothing other than you. Shiva Yuvati Bhavena. You are the Kameshwari. Tameva Swatmanam Vishwapasha. You yourself had desired to become the universe. You have converted yourself into this universe. Chidanandakaram. You are the Chidananda Rupa. Vibhrishe. You are that. You are the Panchabhuta Tattvas. You are the Manas. You are the earth. You are the fire. You are the water. You are the sky, and you are the Mana, mind. Nothing else exists other than you in this universe. You have converted yourself. This is called as the Parinamavada and become the universe. You are the Chit Shakti. You are the knowledge. And you are the Ananda Shakti. You are the bliss. You are the Shiva Patni, Shiva Yuvati. So there are 6 chakras: Mooladhara, Swadhisthana, Manipuraka, Anahata, Vishuddhi, Ajna. And in them there are Prithvi, Jala, Agni, Vayu, Akasha, and then Manas. All are the conjugation of Shiva and Shakti, Ananda Bhairava and Ananda Bhairavi. Because of their union, the whole universe happens. Tvayi Parinatayam, because the Devi wished to have the Srishti happened. The clay is latent in the pot. Gold is latent in the abharanas, ornaments. In the Srishti, Shakti Tattva is most important. For Shiva, there is no parinam, there is no vikara, there is no change, there is no modification. There are Sukshma Tattvas, there are Sthula Tattvas. Now, the importance of this particular sloka is, now here afterwards, the 6 chakras are going to be described by Shankaracharya. The experience of a seeker in those chakras is going to be described. The secret of the Shatchakra Upasana is going to be described. In the Mooladhara, Brahma will be worshipped. In the Manipuraka, Vishnu will be worshipped. Vishnu and his Shakti. In the Swadhisthana Chakra, Rudra and his Shakti will be worshipped. In the Anahata, Ishvara and his Shakti will be worshipped. In the Vishuddha Chakra, the Ardhanarishvara, Sadashiva Tattva will be worshipped. In the Ajna Chakra, Shivashakti will be worshipped. So like this, the Panchakritya Varayana, Panchakrityas, and the Shaktis will be worshipped. Brahma, Vishnu, Rudra, Ishvara, and Sadashiva will be worshipped in Mooladhara, Swadhisthana, Manipuraka, Anahata, Visuddhi. And that is going to be described for the next 6 slokas. So that is from 36th sloka onwards, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41. The 6 slokas describe the experience of a seeker in different chakras. Before that, the philosophy, the upasana, the Kadi Vidya and Hadi Vidya were described. The concept of Sesha Seshi Bhava, the creation of the entire universe was described. The equality, the Samarasya Bhava of Devi and Shiva were described. Sesha Seshi Bhava was described. In this, the Panchamahabhutas and the Sukshma Tattvas and the Parinamavada is being described here. Now, let me briefly explain about this, because it is a little bit dry. It's not having the devotional fervor directly. It is talking about the creation and the creator, creatress. There is generally a big confusion between Advaita Vedantins and a normal person. The Vedantins say that whole universe is Maya, is an illusion. It's not existent. It is like a sleep. It is like a dream. Once you wake up from the dream, there is nothing exists. Whole your dream is an illusion. This is very difficult for a normal person to understand. If I say that the hill that you see is an illusion, your wife is an illusion, your child is an illusion, it's a mithya. You are not able to grasp it, actually. It's very, very difficult. We are speaking to them, they are speaking to us. We are having love towards them, they have love towards you, they are related to you. If I say that everything is an illusion and don't consider them, it will be very, very difficult. It is a bitter medicine. Nobody can consume it. Bitter means not normal bitterness, but utterly bitter, unconsumably bitter. The whole universe, Jagan Mithya, the whole universe is an illusion, is a Mithya. It's like a dream. It's the concept that is being told by the Vedantins. Now let me explain it in a simple way. They are talking about the truth. They are talking about a fact that they experienced. There are three types of truth. One is Vyavaharika, second is Pratibhasika, third is the Paramarthika. Vyavaharika means whichever is happening in the normal level. Vyavahara, everyday activity. Pratibhasika means in appearance, like the mirage, like the water that is seen in the deserts. It is not really there, but it looks as if it is there. It is an illusion. That is called as Pratibhasika. Paramarthika means the ultimate truth. Ultimately, only Brahman exists. In the Pratibhasa, the world looks like existing. That is not also existing. It is only a Pratibhasika. It is happening only when you are ignorant. Like in the darkness, if you see a pillar, it looks as if it is your wife. But it is not, it is a pillar. A rope looks like a serpent in darkness. But once light comes, you understand that it is not a snake. It's a rope. This is a very famous, very boring example. Mostly repeated and mostly not understood. That is called as the Pratibhasika Satya, illusionary truth. Whereas the Paramarthika truth can be experienced by rishis, the Pratibhasika Satya is experienced by the normal person. Vyavaharika Satya, there is no other way other than to communicate in the way we do that. So Vedanta says that in Vyavahara you speak whatever you want. That is okay, that is for communication. But you understand that it is a Pratibhasika Satya, it is an illusionary truth. And then reach out for the Paramarthika Satya. Reach out for the highest truth. Brahma is the Satyavastu. It is not Jagan Mithya that is important. It is Brahma Satya is more important. Whereas we give importance to the second part of the concept. Brahma Satyam Jagan Mithya Jivo Brahmaiva Na Paraha is the full quotation. We give importance to Jagan Mithya. We say Jagan Mithya, the whole world is an illusion, then we do not understand anything. Whereas what has to be understood is the Brahma Satya. Brahman is the truth. That has to be understood. What has to be understood is Jivo Brahmaiva Naparaha. The Jivatma is Paramatma itself. There is no difference. Now we are in the Vyavaharika Satya. Now we are in an illusionary understanding. Pratibhasika Satya is understood by us, whereas the Paramarthika Satya has to be understood by sadhana. That is the purpose of Vedanta. So now, the Upasanas were told, Srividya Upasana was told, different mantras were described. It was described that Devi herself was converted into this universe, Parinamavada. It is a sweet-coated method. Even though the philosophy is there, it tells you in a different way. Don't think that the whole universe is an illusion. Consider it as Devi herself. Devi herself has converted her into Prithvi, Up, Tejas, Vayu, Akasha, Manas, etc. She is the Shadadharas. She is the Shatchakras. She is the Ida Pingala Nadis. She is the Surya Somagni Mandalas. She is the mantra. She is the yantra, like Sri Chakra. She is everything. She is the earth. She is mind. She is Agni. So this is a great philosophy. This is called as a Parinamavada. It does not say that the whole universe is an illusion. It says the whole universe is Devi's changed form. So you are not getting confused. We don't have to read Advaita Vedanta, but we have to understand that the whole universe is a conjugation, is a combination of Shiva and Shakti, and then worship the whole universe. All are children of Mother, the same Divine Mother, who herself has converted her into this universe, who herself has combined herself with Shiva and Shakti. There is nobody is more important. Both are equally important. There is no Sesha and Seshi. There is nothing remaining. There is nothing as a substratum. Both are Devi and Shiva. So everything is Devi and Shiva. Shiva Shakti Samarasya. She is Samarasya Parayana. She is called a Samarasya Parayana for this reason. So this way, our mind is tuned to the higher philosophy in a very simple manner. Don't bother about the Pratibhasika Satya. Don't get confused in the Vyavahara. You speak in a normal way. But consider everything as Devi and Shiva and then worship them. You worship earth, you worship fire, you worship mind, you worship Akasha, Tejas, Vayu, etc. as Devi herself. And then purify your mind so that the whole universe becomes a conjugation of Shiva and Shakti, is the philosophy. From the next sloka onwards, the experience of a seeker in the Shat Chakras, Tabagnya Chakrastham, from there it starts, which I will explain in the next class. I offer this class to the Holy Feet of Mother. This is a combination. This is a bridge between the Upasana and the Paramarthika Tattva. So this way, the first part, or the Ananda Lahari, becomes very, very important. All the philosophies are told, and the Upasana methods are told in the first part. The second part of the Ananda Lahari is describing more of the beauty of Devi. So which is also helpful, which we will see slowly. So I offer these, my thoughts, to the Lotus Feet of Mother. Thanks for all those who have been listening patiently to my class. Thank you very much. Namaskar.
Pranams to Acharya, Pada Namaskar to Acharya. Can we conclude this Shanti Mantram?
Yes, because the next class, it starts in a different topic, so I have to take it separately.
Ji, Swami sir. Okay. We'll play Shanti Mantram and Arati.
Yes.
सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामया सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् शान्ति शान्तिः जय जय शिव दयिते हरिहर विरिञ्चनुत चरिते कारय मां कृतपुण्यं तव गुण गानरतं महिते तव गुणगानरतं महिते सहस्रारकमले सततं विहरहसि धन्ये शिवाकार निजमञ्च विलसिते चिदानन्दमुदिते शरण्ये चिदानन्दमुदिते भवानि मयि दासे दृष्टिं वितरते सकरुणा निज सायुज्य पदैकवितरणा निखिल दुःखतरणा ऐहिक निखिल दुःखतरणा भवतु मे विलसितं सपर्या विरचनं तव शिवे समकर निपातहि मकर समान दृशा स्नपय कृपया मामपि दृशा स्नपय कृपया अनेन धन्यमिमं मन्ये धरणिधर सुकन्ये तव स्तन्यमधुरास्वादन सुख निरस्तान्यविषयम् कुरु मां निरस्तान्यविषयम् त्वदीयमपि वचनं गदतो मदीयमिव वचनम् स्वकीयसलिलैः सागरतर्पण समं जननि विदितम् सकलं समं जननि विदितम् जय जय शिव दयिते हरिहर विरिञ्चनुत चरिते कारय मां कृतपुण्यं तव गुण गानरतं महिते तव गुण गानरतं महिते